Hey everyone,
Hello, Supriya.
morning.
Hi guys, good morning.
Hey Roma. Great. So Roman, I'm gonna make you the co-host. Um, and hand this over to you. Thank you so much for doing this. I think all of us need a quick refresh on what we need to do on our LinkedIn profiles. Um, so yeah, without much ado, over to you.
Thank you, Supriya, once again for giving me this opportunity to present to this wonderful audience. I've never given many presentations, but never given to a glorified audience like this. So little nervous, but yeah, let's get to it. So as I said, I've been using LinkedIn for more than 8 years. But that is as a professional, as a job hunter. It's only in the last 3 months that I started using as LinkedIn as a personal branding platform and not a job hunting platform. So I'm no longer looking for jobs on LinkedIn. It's just building my personal brand. So that is why the LinkedIn profile becomes all the more important. Uh, of course, I mean, as a job hunter, whoever is looking for some professional aspect about LinkedIn can definitely work on their profiles so that the uh, HR, any target audience that you have, gets a clear view of who you are and what you do. But as such, in general, for any personal branding thing, LinkedIn is a massive game changer. Twitter, FB, Instagram, all are present, but at a professional level, nothing beats LinkedIn. And that is why it is important that we uh, build our profiles to a level that whoever lands on our page, whoever lands on our profile feels that, okay, this profile is something. Let me have a look at it. And only then that person can convert. That conversion could be in any form. It could be as your audience, uh, just a follower, uh, or a potential client. So, uh, based on who your target audience is, you need to build your LinkedIn profile according to that. So, I'll get started. I'll quickly share my screen. Yeah. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. So, let's get started. So yeah, as I said, our LinkedIn profile is basically our landing page. As a solo creator, you might not have a website. If you do it, good. But if you don't, like me, I don't have any website, any link outside this. So then LinkedIn profile becomes my landing page. I mean, if I have to reveal myself to the world, it's through LinkedIn profile. Uh, Prime example is this itself. This session I'm able to conduct only because Supriya found my LinkedIn profile to be worthy of something, at least in terms of presenting it to an audience. So uh, these are small things that give validation that okay, LinkedIn profile is doing something at least. After I started building my LinkedIn profile, prior to that, it was a mess. It was like any job hunter would do. Things placed here and there, no flow, no nothing. So prior to that, that it was nothing. But after I started building it, I started getting inbound leads also. People started inquiring, what do you do? How can you help me? Stuff like that. So it does help. So now, as I said, I mean, we know that everyone knows, everyone, all the users on LinkedIn know that it's no longer a job search engine. But there is a massive audience on LinkedIn. Out of uh, all the audience that is present on LinkedIn, just a sec. Yeah, sorry. Out of the entire audience that is present on LinkedIn, almost 90, I would say 90-92% of them are lurkers. They would just roam around LinkedIn and look for whatever interests them. It could be some content, it could be some profiles, it could be anything. But it's a massive platform. As you can see from the number of users, active users that are there on LinkedIn. Uh, so, I mean, it it's your enhanced CV. If anyone is looking for a job, uh, you can treat it as a CV. You don't need to specifically show any outstanding Word document for it. So yeah, that is what you guys already know about LinkedIn, basic
I
stuff.
just want to pop in here one second, Roman, and I
So,
also want to highlight that the reason LinkedIn is important is because more and more people are looking to see what is it that you're talking about, what are your personal views and opinions are on different types of things, more than your CV. So they find CVs to be contrived, right? You've put together something that you want to impress people, and most of the people will just scan through the CV because they're not really interested in what you do per se. Like, yes, your skills and everything is cool, but they also want to think about how is it that you think and present yourself, and how do you interact with people, and who you are on a day-to-day basis, right? And that's why more and more people, especially in you know folks looking for writers specifically, right? Because this is a good everyday showcase of what you're capable of. So they increasingly want to come and see what you've done here. And that's why LinkedIn becomes really important. And especially when we talk about finding clients, LinkedIn is going to be one of the primary channels we're going to be talking about. And the minute you DM someone, they will come and check who you are, right? And that's why this becomes super important to get your profile right.
yeah, yeah, absolutely true. So after this session, you'll be able to gauge for yourself whether your current profile is optimized or not. Uh, uh, I would like to add that my profile might not be 100% ready as yet. I'm doing changes on it every 2 weeks. So whatever I learn about LinkedIn, I go and implement that on my profile. So over the course of last 3 months, whatever my current profile is has been built by bits and pieces over that course of time. So you'll be able to understand whether your profile is optimized or not. You'll also be able to answer what people will see on your profile. What do you do? How you can help them? Uh, what are your opinions, as Supriya said? What are your views? What kind of an expert you are? How much authority can you portray through your content or through your profile or anything? And once you build that, you start building an audience, because uh, the moment you are building your profile and have built your profile and be active on LinkedIn, LinkedIn automatically throws you around. Uh, it's not that it will only be visible to whoever is connected to you, but it also throws to second degree connections, third degree connections, and a generic audience who have a specific interest in a similar field that you are interested in. So let's say if we are content writers, then as content writers, there are plenty of content writers or people who are looking for content writers out there. They might not be our connection. Uh, let's say I and Supriya are connected, so we can see each other's audience. They can see us, but uh, Supriya's audience and people who are connected to those audiences, they can also see your work, your content. So that way, it reaches to a larger audience, and there is a high chance that they get converted to into your audience. So a profile and a well optimized profile is a key here for building that audience. And there are multiple audiences. Some will just follow you. They won't interact. They won't connect with you. They won't do anything. But there are some audience, once they get attracted to your profile, to your work, they want to connect with you, and that is where the game changes. Once you start building those connections, you never know out of those who is your potential client, or who is your potential customer who trusts you with your content. So these are the things that your profile does. So whenever a person lands on your profile, say uh, say Supriya interacted with a piece of content that I created. So Supriya's audience get intrigued by why Supriya commented on a particular person's content. So they come to your page, they view your page, then they scan it. They see whether you can be their audience or vice versa. And once they scan it, they get a sense, okay, this person is connectable. I can convert into an audience of this person. I can follow him or her. So this is how the flow works for your LinkedIn page. So yeah, let's get started on the profile. So what I'll do is I'll cater to one aspect of the LinkedIn profile and show some example of it, including my profile, as to what that aspect should do. So the first and foremost is of course the profile picture. I mean that is what shows uh, that you are not a bot and a genuine person. So profile picture is a must. Now there are two aspects to profile picture. I'll talk about myself again. Prior to building my profile, I had a very Facebook kind of profile picture, uh, a regular party thing or whatever it is, a friend thing, whatever it was. So that is fine. There's no harm in it, but it is not a professional one. It is not what portrays you as a creator, as an authority builder. So key things about a profile picture is it should be a professional shot. It should be clear. Should not be blurry. I've seen many profile pictures which are very hazy, and it should have a uniform background color. Now, what people generally do is they pick a color, and that color ultimately becomes their identity. So, if you see this light teal color kind of a thing is my primary color. So, whether it's on my profile or whatever content I put out, images or carousels I build, uh, they will have this color for sure, black and teal. So then it becomes an identity. So whenever people see it, it becomes an identity. So in all possibilities, if you can, then build your professional
I'm
photo.
sorry, Romal, are you
Yeah.
showing some pictures?
No. I'm not showing. I'll show.
Cool.
So that is about profile picture. These three things are important. Now I'll show some profiles. Okay, so this is my profile picture. Uh, I haven't got a chance to go in a studio and click an absolute decent one, but whatever I had, I built my profile picture with that. So as you can see, only uh, the upper part, just below the neck, chest part, should ideally be present in your profile picture so that your face is visible. Your face is your identity along with your name. So someone says Romal, then apart from Romal, they know that okay, this face belongs to Romal Bansali and no other face. So your face should be visible. I have also incorporated my color uh, into the background. So that is one aspect of a profile picture. I'll show some other profiles. You'll see that whatever color they prefer, they will have a background of profile picture based on that color itself. So all are headshot. So these are some of the creators whom I follow on a daily basis, and I love their profile. I like to study their profiles and build my profile accordingly. So it need not be an when we say professional, it need not be a serious kind of a photo. It could be a fun one, like all these profiles. So Ryan's profile is pretty simple, almost serious type. Shayanta's profile is serious type, but Ayushi's profile is not. Matt's profile is not. So that way, but it's still a headshot and with a uniform background, and these pictures are clear. So that is one aspect. So you need your profile picture. If you are a content creator on LinkedIn, you need a profile picture which is professional.
I love the banner also that that guy had, Matt, the
Yeah,
LinkedIn.
yeah.
This is really neat. I think all of us should create one like this for our profiles.
So that is the next part, and that is banner. So many a times what we do is either we don't have a banner or we have some generic group image uh, or a picnic image or something that we do on Facebook. But a banner along with your profile is something that tells the audience who you are and how you can help. So your banner should have ideally, in an ideal case scenario, in an ideal world, your banner should have a CTA, which is a primary offering that you have. So I'll go through those profiles and whatever primary offering they have banners according to that. Let's look at Matt. Supriya liked it. So this is the banner of Matt. Uh, Now Matt keeps on changing his banner, say at least a month. So whatever new offerings that he has, he keeps a banner according to that. So your banner should be customized one. It should not be something that is created randomly. So Matt is famous for LinkedIn content. I mean, he builds content for people. Let's say if I'm interested in building my content, I can go to Matt, tell him how I can prepare my content. He'll uh, guide us. So that is what his primary role is on LinkedIn, and he works with industry leaders, companies who want to create their LinkedIn content. So this is what he does, and that is why his banner is focused around his primary offering, and it has a clear CTA. Do this. So a banner is equally important along with your profile photo. Let's look at Ryan. Ryan is another LinkedIn game changer. He built uh, content for companies, and he built content for uh, all the employees of the company also. So let's say if I am owning a company and I have 10 employees under me, he built content for all 11 people. So all 11 people simultaneously post not the same content, but it could be similar content, uh, so that it reaches a wider audience. If the CEO is putting out a content, it's going only to his audience and somewhere second and third degree connection. But if his employees also are putting out similar content, then it has a wider reach. So that is what he does. He's a master at that. Now, this profile Ayushi, she has a very simple banner: more views, more visibility, visibility opportunities, and opportunities bring money. So that is what her offering is. He creates content that will bring you visibility. If I am a creator, content creator, and I'm not sure what I want to create, I'll probably take Ayushi's help. That is her primary offer. So, and she has a clear CTA, book a one-on-one LinkedIn power call. And he's probably one of my favorite content creators. Uh, he's a LinkedIn maestro, you can say. He has almost 30 to 40 clients a month just for building LinkedIn profiles, nothing else. He does not do anything else on LinkedIn apart from creating LinkedIn profiles. So, whatever this section is about, he's a master at that, I would say. And he has a simple banner, a very simple one. If you were always your audience's first choice, how easily could you generate revenue? So if I am the one who wants to build my LinkedIn profile, I'll go to Shayanta, something like that.
So, Roman, I'm going to pitch in here, and this is like digressing a little bit from LinkedIn, but I wanted to highlight this. A lot of people have been asking me what is thought leadership, right? So if you read that banner, that is thought leadership, because he's not saying buy LinkedIn profile writing services from me. He's leaving them with a thought that if you were your audience's first choice, how easily could you generate revenue, right? So that's food for thought. And once you start thinking in that direction, you want him to, answer more questions for you. And then ultimately, you would probably be inclined to buy his product because he's helped you out. So this is the difference between selling and thought leadership.
Yeah, absolutely true. And I've interacted with this guy in DMs. Uh, Whatever he says, whenever he says, he makes a lot of sense when it comes to LinkedIn. So when we are in the cohort, we tend to listen to Supriya a lot. Whatever she says is uh, fine. Yeah, that is true. That is kind of a thought leadership that he also brings when it comes to building LinkedIn profile. So if he says to do this, you might as well do it. So I study his profile a lot every now and then, and whatever he does in his profile, I tend to mimic into my profile and see how I can change my profile so that it becomes visible to a larger audience. So that was about banner. Okay, I'll show my banner as well. Nothing fancy, simple. It's about storytelling tips. So when I started out LinkedIn, I used to give small tips of storytelling, how you can build a story and stuff like that. So that is what my banner focused on, and that is what it is right now. But it's a customized one. It's not something that I've lifted. Only the quote I have lifted. Baki, the banner is a customized one, and I don't have any offerings as such. No newsletters, no website to where I can throw them. जाओ इधर जाके देखो. Nothing like that. I'm adding a simple CTA, and that is to follow me. For now, you just follow me, and then later we'll see what to do. So, and that is what my CTA is. Yeah, that was about banner, customized one, and it should have a CTA. If it is not, then you go back and again start working on your banner. The next aspect is the headline. So this headline is the next important thing which tells the world what you do. and it should not be a long dialogue kind of a thing. It should be very concise and it should explain what you are doing. Uh, let's take some examples again. So he's a ghostwriter driving $1 million revenue for clients on LinkedIn. Simple headline. That is what he does. He's a LinkedIn ghostwriter, and that is what his primary offering also is. Look at Ryan, content strategist for business builders, and that is what he does. He creates LinkedIn programs for entire business and not just the CEO. I help you revive your profile and get 100,000 views in 10 weeks. And that is what her banner also tells. Views, visibility, opportunities, and opportunities bring money. That is what she is doing. Apart from that, she also has some other work like SEO, ghostwriter, personal branding. So your headline gives an idea about what you do. And this guy is pretty obvious from his banner also. Turning your LinkedIn into 24/7 lead generator, helping experts build their personal brand in 60 minutes a day. So this is what he does. He builds profiles. Let's look at my headline. I help writers, LinkedIn creators, and businesses craft their voice and build their brand with storytelling. And I'm a content writer, script writer, and a LinkedIn ghostwriter. So for banner, one important thing is it should not be extremely long. There are banners which go on for 4 5 lines. And by the time they reach the fourth, fifth line, they would have lost you. And it mentions 10 plus key roles. Unfortunately, I could not procure those banners, but there are certain banners which have 10 plus roles. So it confuses your target audience. Exactly what you do. For LinkedIn, you rather be a master of one or max two, three skills, but not more than that. It confuses your audience. Then they won't take you as an authority leader in that domain. You have 10 plus roles, you are doing everything. So basically, you are doing nothing. And that is why headline becomes another important aspect of your LinkedIn profile. The next is your profile link. Uh, Mentions what to do, leads to the main offer. So this is what uh, write faster content today. It sends people to an external link where we can grab his, just like Supriya had her 30-day email writing course. I found it through Instagram, and then when I signed it up, it started sending those emails. So this is what happens with Matt. Uh, Ryan has get your powerful brand now. Let's get you more views. Similar to what she does. Book a one-on-one consultation call because that is what he does. He helps you build profiles. So you rather get on a call with him and understand how to build your profile. And I have a similar thing for storytelling. Book a free one-on-one call. Next is featured section. Now this is one section which is taken for granted. Uh, I was guilty of that. I used to keep all my uh, better performing posts into my featured section, and it had nothing else. It also had my portfolio. So in that featured section did not help. So and since I don't have any offer right now, neither in terms of newsletter or any website link or any email course or anything. So what I have done is kept it simple. I gave a Calendly link where they can book a call with me, and I have given my portfolio so that they can see my passport. That's it, nothing else. Since I don't have any offer, if I have an offer, I'll add that. But all my best performing posts and everything are removed from my featured section. So that is how your featured section should be if you are a content creator. If you are a person who is looking for uh, say jobs, then you might as well add your CV. You might as well add something that you achieved, a post that lets the world know that you achieved something in your work domain, some award or something. So a post regarding that. So you can always add that, but never make the mistake of uh, keeping your best performing posts as your featured section. I'll go through these profiles as well.
Romal, I have a question actually, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's a very basic question. So if you go back to the things where you said, right, learn more, that link that you showed, people had put up in their profile section,
Hmm.
how do you create it?
Okay. Yeah. So,
This
first of all,
one,
as a content creator, we need this mode on. I'm sure you all must know it. We need the creator mode on. Once we do that, all these sections uh, become active. I mean, whatever we talk about, uh, I talk about LinkedIn, storytelling, script writing, and content writing. These things become active. So once you do that, once you switch
can you
on your
show it
creator.
how it's done? Maybe just okay, got it.
I'll show. Yeah, so under resources, there are 5 things that we get. So when we click on creator mode, uh, let it go. Can someone just check if they are on their LinkedIn profile by creating on show all 5 resources?
Let
And
me share it.
someone just check and let me know what appears.
So I can see these.
Yeah, your creator mode is also on. If someone creator mode is off, and then they can show or they can tell कि क्या है.
No, so my question was, even though my creator mode is on, I don't know
Uh,
where to add this.
yeah. Okay, that I'll
Let me
show.
share it a second.
Yeah, so under our profile with our name, there's an edit button here. Go down. You'll
Roman,
have
you
a.
can share your screen again, because I shared
Okay.
screen top.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, visible now.
Yes.
Okay, I'll show again. Under our name, besides our name, there's an edit button. Click on that. Go down. There's a website link and a link text provided. So I am telling them to not land on my website because I don't have any website. So I'm telling them to book a call with me. So I gave a Calendly link and then wrote a text to book a free one-on-one call, and that is what appears on my profile. So you will write the link text, whatever you want. Let's say for Supriya, you want to promote your 30-day email course, then you can write your LinkedIn text, link text according to that, and give a link to whatever we received, so that they can get the email course. You add the link here and a text here. Once you do that, it appears. This is what I had. Took a free one-on-one call and a Calendly link. So when someone clicks on it, it leads to my Calendly link where you can book a meeting with me with whatever free slots I have provided. Supriya, is that fine?
Yes, that's great. Thank you.
Good. Okay. So yeah. So feature section. Let's have our offerings or our work links, something like that, or our booking link in our featured section and not our best performing post. The next is posts, of course. If you are a content creator, then and if you want to reach a larger audience, uh, you need to create content on LinkedIn, and posts are that. So when someone lands on a profile, you also see activity section. So these are, and you see three posts of them, last three posts. Land on any profile, you will see last three posts. So this is what Matt has done. Uh, he talks about writing, LinkedIn content, and everything. So this is what his posts are also talking about. They are not generic one. Now there's one more aspect to creating LinkedIn content, and that is the humanized bit. So you need your personal stories also there. But when someone crafts their personal stories, uh, do it in a way that it has some call to action, some takeaway. Uh, so let's say if I write about my layoff and sitting at home for 9 months without doing anything, then fine, it's a personal story. So I am letting the world know that this happened to me. But what do you take it out of that? So when I created that kind of a post, I mentioned the thing that came to my mind is I mentioned that be prepared for it, be prepared for such a market scenario and work around it. There are multiple things you can do. You can start a side hustle. You can delve into building personal brands on any social media platform that you like. There are people who are highly active on Instagram. I don't use Instagram much, and as a content writer, I felt that I should rather be on LinkedIn as a content writer than on Instagram. So I am focusing on LinkedIn. So your even if it is a personal story and it features here because your last post was a personal story, just make sure that it has some takeaway. So that is about post. And people see last three posts. So if last three posts are say 2 months back, 3 months back, 4 months back, then they will automatically understand that you are not active on LinkedIn. So there's no point of getting converted into your audience. So if you are someone who is building your LinkedIn profile and want to generate something out of LinkedIn, then you have to post. And there's no fixed frequency of posting. If you want, you can post thrice a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, say, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, kuch bhi, whatever you feel is your ideal time, you can and stick to a time. So let's say if I am posting, I post at 6 p.m. Whenever I post at 6 p.m. So I fixed that time slot. So now, whenever a person is online, they click on LinkedIn, 6 p.m. wala jo post hai, the recent one feature at the top. So 6 p.m. को अगर कोई enter होता है, then by default they see my post, and there's a very little chance that they will not interact with the post. They will at least see it. They might not comment, or they might not like or anything, but they'll at least interact with the post. They can at least see my views broaden, and if that person sees it, his or her audience also sees it. And if he interacts, then guaranteed additional view. So that is how your post should look like when you are posting. The next is the about section. Now, This is primarily your CV along with all the other aspects that we have already seen. This is what you do in your resume also. You write something about you, uh, your advantage, your expertise, your skill set, uh, what you have done, and something like that. So the about section is very crucial. Now, there are two ways to look at an about section. Since it is about, we feel that it should be about me, which is not the case. If you are talking only about you in your about section, then there's no takeaway out of it. So, uh, draft your about section in a way that it tells how you help your audience. What is it that you do that will help your target audience? Uh, what all offerings you have? What uh, what is your experience? And based on that experience, how you are able to help people now? And as of today, how many people have you helped? So all these things should ideally go into your about section. Let's look at some about section. I'll first show my favorite creators about section. And the other day I asked Supriya about the length of the post. Isn't it too long for LinkedIn? So that was about post. But when it is about section, uh, a bit of information, a detailed information is much better in about section than having only 2 3 lines in it. So this is what Shanta has written. He wants you to build your LinkedIn profile, considering it as a landing page and a profile, a personal branding thing entity. So he creates his about section according to that. Personal branding, create content, add value. He's not talking about himself. What kind of content should you create? How do you add value? What's the right way to network? Now imagine this, you create content that positions you as an authority to engage with the targeted people. And then he says things about himself, who has he helped so far. So these are some examples, some people who had approached him for creating their profile, and this is what he did. And then a clear call to action. Get on a one-to-one consultation call, or you can go for ghost writing, or you can go for LinkedIn profile rewriting service. This is what he does. This is what he offers, and that is what is mentioned in his about section. Uh, take Matt for example. You're a busy seven-figure marketing agency owner. You probably hate writing LinkedIn posts, have no time to write posts, have no idea what to post, don't understand how to use LinkedIn well. So he's a LinkedIn creator, and that is what his primary offering is. And that is why his about section is centered around that. Might be all five, might just be one. There are five things seven-figure marketing agency owners have said LinkedIn helps them do: track talent, stand out in competition, stuff like that. He's not talking about himself a lot. And then he goes on to himself. In the end, I'll go straight. I generated so and so things. Last month, 9 months, I've done this. Even when he is talking about himself, he is uh, talking in terms of how he has helped. So when a business leader is looking at this profile, they get a clear picture how he can help, if at all he can help. So that is what his profile is talking about. Let's look at mine. So done cheesy thing kind of a profile. Uh, so the 40 you want to piece inside. Then I've given a short version for busy people. दो line में पढ़ लो मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ. And then for a larger version, so similar to what Chanta had. So, so you write content that showcases your expertise, that resonates with your target audience, that lets you grow your follower list. If that is what you want, then let's talk. Then I talk about a bit of myself, uh, only a couple of lines, and then my services. So far, I've helped this and this. Then, are you a business owner? Then I'm talking to my target audience. So, a business owner, a professional writer, a storyteller who wants to write stories, someone who is looking for optimizing their profile, ghost writing. So, whoever is my target audience, whoever I felt was my target audience, I wrote for them and then gave a CTA कि भाई या तो Calendly link book करो या तो मेरे को mail करो या तो मेरे को DM करो. So this is about the about section. So it should be centered around your target audience. It should let them know what their problems are and how you can solve them. And it should give your expertise of how you can solve their problem. It should not be centered around you. That definitely a must have in your about section. It should not be about you. Uh, yeah, then I'll just quickly go through other aspects as well, which as a content creator are not that important. And those are your experience section, my past work, whatever I did, uh, probably are of no help right now to me or to my target audience as a content creator, and hence they are not important. However, what I am doing, I'll tell you what I am doing is that I'll change these. So whatever I've written, the description bit, I'll change this in a way that uh, in that job role, what is it that I did that will help me now, or that will help my target audience now. So if I am writing my work experience, then let it be in a form that मेरा work experience आपको ऐसे help करेगा. Since I am a content creator now and I'm not a job hunter, I don't need this section at all. But since I have this section, I might as well use it in a form that lets the audience know. I'll show Shayanta's when I saw his thing. That is when I thought कि okay ऐसे करेंगे तो better होगा. Um, so yeah, content writing and which तो उसके अंदर भी उसने लंबा चौड़ा भाषण दिया है. So imagine this scenario: writing 12 news articles. He is basically describing his role there and how he is using that now, and not what his job role was. That is what we do in our resume. In my previous experience, I was this, I did that, and I handled so and so team and stuff like that. But as a content creator, that is not what you should be doing, and that is what I'm going to change in my profile. As in when I'm learning, I'm changing. So once all these things happen, the next aspect is your education. Uh, Trust me, as a content creator, my education, my master's degree is zero value. It does not help anyone out there. So what if you have a master's degree? Can you write? Yes or no? That is how it is portrayed. So all these education bit is not important if you are a content creator. Skill set is important. What are the skill set that you possess? Whatever it is. I have given 29 skills. uh, छोटा मोटा जो भी है सब डाल दिया. And recommendations. Now this is important. So let's say tomorrow, uh, let's say we end up working with Supriya and she likes our work somehow, and I go and tell her, "Okay, Supriya, can you recommend me?" Now, so if she does, then it features here, uh, and since she was the latest one, she'll feature at the top, and that will give me more leverage. Okay, so Priya is endorsing Romal. Now that must be something. Otherwise, it does not happen. So once I get that, I probably will land more work opportunities if I have that recommendation from Supriya, which I would otherwise might not land. So recommendations are important. Honors awards is nothing. Now this is one aspect which I'll show how to do it. So if you look at your profiles right now, then at the bottom you'll also see examples of similar profiles that you don't see in my case. I'll tell you how to turn it off. What happens is when someone lands on my profile, they scan my profile. Okay, ठीक है, ये बंदे ने ये किया है. This is how he can help. But at the bottom, it also shows people in similar niche, other creators. So now what happens is that person will land on his or her profile also. कि चलो let's check out this person also. Now if that person is, according to the person who is viewing the profile, if that person is more capable than me, then he'll become his audience and not mine. तो ये एक फीचर है जिसका नुकसान अपने को होता है, एंड दैट इज व्हाई यू शुड टर्न इट ऑफ if you are a content creator and if you want that people let's be selfish in this case. If people want to if people who land on my profile should not go anywhere else, at least through my profile. They can search them and go wherever they want, but I don't want to give them an opportunity of landing into another profile through my profile. So that is not what I want as a content creator. So you click on me, uh, under settings and privacy. If this is what you also would like to do, and I'm showing it. Yeah. So under account preferences, we have people also viewed. Turn this off. Once you turn this off, वो नहीं दिखेगा. Similar niche वाले लोग नहीं दिखेंगे. So under me, under account preferences, turn off people also viewed. So, or my net is slow. So once you do that, it's only the top voices that you follow will be visible to people. No other content creator of your level. तो वो उनके ऑडियंस नहीं बनेंगे, आपके ही रहेंगे. So yeah, once all this is done, the next aspect is, of course, I've just kept it, the DM bit. That is where the magic happens. I have a personal experience of this, and that is why I incorporated it uh, here. I have a specific style of approaching. So let's say if I am sending a connection request to someone, I just don't simply click send request. I write a personalized quote as well. So what I do is I go to their profile, check it out, scan a bit, know them, hardly 5 minutes, and then draft my message according to that. I had created one post related to that, and it had gone viral because DMs and connection requests are something. I have almost 50 to 55 connection requests pending because they did not have any personalized message, or they were not my target audience. Uh, and as a content creator, once you have your content, I'm not sure if someone has observed this. Once you have your creator mode on, LinkedIn has a latest feature which uh, deletes all those accounts from your connection list who are inactive or who do not interact with your content. So from 600 to 700 followers, 3 months back, 2 months back, I dropped to 130 followers. पूरा साफ हो गया because majority of them were like my old colleagues, uh, some friends here and there, and people who never interacted with my post. And since I have my creator mode on, my audience reduced. So in past 2 months, 3 months, जो भी मैं content बना रहा हूँ now, whatever following I have is because of people who are interacting and people who are landing on my page and getting converted. So as a content creator, this is also important. You just like you send a connection request only to like-minded people, you accept connection requests of like-minded people, of people who you feel are in your niche or similar niche, or who will interact with you. Even if he or she is your friend, they will at least interact with your post. So have those connections only. And yeah, uh, once you go through all these 1 to 8 steps, the final result is building your audience, and that is what the aim of building our LinkedIn profile is. So yeah, that's it.
Great. Thank you, Romal. I did two things while you were explaining this. I've added that link to my profile and I've turned that also viewed off.
Oh,
So
great.
thank you. Two things happened today. Uh, Anyone else who has any questions? Happy to take those. No questions? Cool. So thank you, Roman. This was quite interesting, and I hope everybody is going to go and I know some of you, because I've connected or with you on LinkedIn, you'd have nothing on your LinkedIn profiles. So please go write, take the weekend to write something. And yeah, we will see how we go along the course and probably try and add more elements to it. Maybe that's an assignment that you can do, next week. We're going to talk about writing social media posts. So you can maybe at least have that, one post a week I'm going to go put up on this platform. So yay. And thank you for joining on a Saturday morning. And thanks, Romal. I'll see you guys next week. Yeah.
Pleasure. Thank you all.
Thank you.
And just to add a bit, in the end, there are smaller nuances also apart from this bigger picture of LinkedIn. There are many small things um, that you learn when you start creating content on LinkedIn. There are just like this profile thing, you turn it off. That was a very small thing. There are other small aspects of LinkedIn. Maybe some other occasion we can cover those as well once we all have our profiles built.
Done. That sounds great. Super. Thank
Great.
you then, and have a good weekend, folks. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.